Right, so today I was asked really politely to cover the history of the MacMahons, and the history of MacMahons are pretty awesome to tell you that. There's actually two branches of them, and they sort of have nothing to do with each other. And that's the MacMahons up in the north, which is the MacMahons of Oriel, and there's the one down in the southwest of the country, which is the MacMahons of Thomond. Now today I'm going to talk about the MacMahons of Thomond because I have a ton of connections with them, so might as well have an old chat about them. Now, the MacMahons of Thomond are actually a branch of the O'Briens. They were actually the sons of Murtough Breen, who was King of Ireland. Yeah, I say that right, King of Ireland, but we kind of forget him after Brian Boru dies, and then we have the coming of the Normans. So pretty much all history books completely forget about the King of Ireland, who was recognised as King of Ireland by the Pope, Murtough Breen. So he's kind of a big deal, and kind of all forget about him. Anyway, moving on. Basically, they're a branch of the O'Briens, and they end up here during the 15th century. Carrigahoot Castle, the MacMahon of Thomond clan did, and they end up siding on the side of the Fitzgeralds during the fighting with the Irish Parliament. You know, the Wars of the Roses in Ireland, and they end up winning. Hurrah! But the opposite side in England, with the Wars of the Roses over there, the Tudors end up winning it. They end up being the rivals to a faction that we were allied with in England. So that means they're not so happy with the boys living here. And eventually, Queen Elizabeth, in the old 16th century, invades Ireland. And one of the places she wants to subjugate is this spot here. And she ends up wrecking up and killing a whole load of the MacMahons during the end of the medieval period. Not really great. The MacMahons survived for another long while until coming up to the 18th century. And then a lot of them are booted out by the English. So they end up getting pushed out of Ireland once and for all and end up having to leave their poor home. Anyway, they make their way over to France, and once there they join the French military, setting up an Irish regiment, and one of them even ends up becoming a duke.